I was just reading a book. Oh, I read books. Yeah, I read books too. Yeah, didn't you know? Oh, this is let me see. This is They Came Before Columbus. Van Sertima, y'all familiar with him? Yeah, I read books. Yeah, I read books. Matter of fact, this book, a Caucasian pink lady gave this book to me for free. All right. I also have Message to the Black Man in America. You know, that's Elijah Muhammad, of course. Here's a sister sent me this book in the mail. Neely Fuller Jr., the United Independent Compensatory Code System called Neely Fuller Jr. and a set of encyclopedias. Some of you may remember back in the day, Ebony, A Pictorial History of Black America. Got it? All right. I have some books. I've read books. So what? Big deal. I've read some books. And see, that's the foundation. That's the strength of those with the Afrocentric, or what now we call the Black conscious mind. You want to know something? At first, now listen, at first I thought being Black conscious was simply a mentality. You know, you read books, you get knowledge, you listen to lectures and debates and collect your DVDs and all your books and stuff like that, and you become Africanized, whatever. And I thought it was just you learn how to love yourself because surely you're an African and all that. I thought that was just a mentality, a mindset, but it's not. You know what I've come to realize? I've come to realize that what we call Black conscious is really, and it fits into the same category as a religion. Yeah, that's the reason why when you have a Black conscious mind, you have a problem with this rostrum that I call the Reality's Temple on Earth. Because, as you know, I am anti so-called spirituality. I am anti-religion. If Black conscious was anything real, why would you have a problem with somebody who's bringing us the real? It is because Black conscious, the Black conscious mentality, the Black conscious mindset, you are part of a religious cult, some type of religious gathering of minds that, I'm going to explain it. Dude, you really off your rocker. You crazy. Nobody, just because you Black conscious don't mean you religious. What God am I worshiping or whatever? Let me show you. Now, some of you do. Some of you believe in the old ancient gods of Kemet or Ethiopia, or some god of the Hebrew Israelites, or some of y'all have a definite God that you worship. But let me tell you, I'm going to show you the God that all of you with the Afrocentric black conscious mind, with the black conscious mentality, oh, I'm black conscious, the black conscious community, religious community, that's what you are. In religion, religion requires belief. And there's a lot of the things that you guys teach and what you present, supposed to be actual facts, is not factual, it's not credible, it's not valid, it's belief. Just like in any other religion. In religion, you have your prophets. You have Jesus, you have Muhammad, you have Moses, and the list goes on and on. Lot, Noah, whatever. You have the prophets. In the black conscious religion, you have Dr. Ben, who is a prophet. They take historical knowledge, historical scholarship. These men are basically the prophets or the messengers of the God. I'm going to tell you who the God is. Dr. Ben is a prophet, a messenger of the God. Dr. John Henry Clark is a prophet. This person here, Van Sertima, and so many scholars, they are the prophets and the messengers of the God. In religion, most times it's one book. In Christianity, you're directed towards the Bible. In Islam, you're directed toward the Quran. In the black conscious religion, you are directed towards books. Many, many different varieties of books that can prove, that can give you self-knowledge. Just a whole bunch of books. All these books contain all this knowledge. So put behind me a lot of books. And let's not forget the DVDs. And let's go to some lectures too. That also helps. That's part of the black conscious religion. You don't have a certain book. You have books. But who is the God that you worship? Who is the main focus? In Christianity, it's Jesus. In Islam, it's Allah. Hebrew Israelites, it's Yahweh or whatever. That's the main, that's the God that they bow down to and worship. But in the black conscious, this Afrocentric mindset, this mentality, God is Africa, the continent of Africa. That's what is worship. That is what is put on a pedestal. It's all about Africa. And you worship the color of your skin. So it's all about melanated people. It's all about black. And it's all about Africa. Black and Africa is the focus of worship. Wow. The black conscious mind goes so far to say that your kinky hair is nothing but dead skin cells. But in the black conscious belief system, some of y'all say that's an antenna. Have you ever seen a grasshopper? Have you ever seen a roach? Those are antennas. This is hair on your head. It is not an antenna. And clearly, I wonder what type of messages that you're getting from your antennas. But that's what you believe. In the belief system of the black conscious mind, there are many types of beliefs. But many of y'all say that at one time, black people, we lived in some type of utopia. Everything was righteous and holy. You don't have no proof that this ever existed. At the same time, you would tell us, well, we did have some kind of wars. If you had wars, how the hell did the blacks live in a utopia And when did they start having wars? If you have a utopia, if you living in a peaceful environment, how can a war? The wars did not stop. Once the war started, they kept rolling. But you claim that the black folks live in a utopia. And you say that all the black people was united. Well, when was all these dark-skinned people united? Because right now, in 2017, even if you look at the continent of Africa, all those people are not united. They never was united and don't have no plans to unite. Even though they have a common enemy, they refuse to unite even against a common enemy that wants to kill all of them, or wanted and did enslave all of them, or wanted to enslave all of them. They still refuse to unite as one against a common enemy. So when was black folks united? And then you keep talking about all the great things that these ancient black folks did, all the great knowledge. You have so much knowledge, and the knowledge is so great, but these people are still burning oil lamps, kerosene lamps, or whatever it was. They was riding around on horses, and riding around in camels. They did not have the internet. They did not, they lived they was living sort of primitive, basically, but yet it still had all this great knowledge. So what was the great knowledge that they had? These black conscious folks believe in reincarnation. Oh, when you die, I was an ancient Kemet back in the day. Right now, I actually lived in Kemet. I was born way back 5,000 years ago in Kemet. When you die, you turn into energy and light. You don't never die. It's a religion. Black consciousness is a religion. The scholars are the prophets. The God is the actual skin color, melanin, and Africa. There is no moral code. Most of you don't follow no moral code. So you black conscious, and you cuss, and you nasty, you vile, you profane, you rotten. You have no kind of character. There's no moral code. So I would rather you have a better chance being a Muslim or a Christian. At least they have some type of moral code to follow. So they're not supposed to be a total idiot. And you have all this knowledge, and you do nothing. Just like they don't really do nothing in the Christian church except go to church, hoop and holler, praise the Lord. And in black conscious community, that's all you basically do is hoop and holler. You don't do nothing. You don't accomplish nothing. You're no different than the Christian church. But yet it's still, for some reason, because you said I'm melanated and I'm from Africa, I know my knowledge of self. You just like Christians, you just like Muslims, you get angry and upset because somebody reject Africa and melanated skin. Oh, he's a self-hater. He don't like Africa. He don't like melanated skin. He's a self-hater. Hates Africa. The same thing, because people reject Islam, reject Allah, reject Jesus. When people reject Africa and they reject your wanting to be a racist wannabe, concentrate on your skin color, you act and behave just like the people in church. Same thing, the way the people act from the mosque or the synagogue. Y'all act this way because black conscious, just like I thought it was just a mentality, but clearly it's a religion. Black conscious is a religion full of beliefs. You ask these people to prove what they believe, then they get upset with you just like in any other religion because they cannot prove their claims. Something wrong with me because you can't prove the crap that you're talking about. Oh, when you die, you're going to turn the energy, and blacks live in a utopia, and you had all this great knowledge, and melanin can do this, and so special, and you can get the internet through your hair. All this crazy stuff. Woo, I know y'all don't like me because it just don't make sense. Wow. How do I begin? Why do so many have a problem? Why do so many persons can't comprehend, don't understand, or don't want to understand the things that is presented from this roster? Your main problem is you do not think for yourself. You are allowing somebody else to program your mind, do your thinking for you. So if you come to a rostrum where many of the foundation, the subscribers, are self-thinking people, you become lost because you are bringing belief. You are bringing something that you read from a book, that you heard on a DVD. You're not bringing anything that is of your own mind. You regurgitate what you read from books. Many persons, they make videos and they want to look very smart and very intelligent. So in the background, they would put many, many books. Look at all the books I've read. Stacks of DVDs. Look at all the Afrocentric DVDs I've watched. They want, but that is programming your mind with somebody else's information. You did no kind of research. You have done nothing on your own. It's all regurgitated. So when you are questioned about somebody else's thoughts, somebody else's opinion, because it's not yours. When you believe in the Bible, when you believe in the Quran, or you believe in what somebody on YouTube said, these are not your thoughts. This is something that you've embraced that came from another place rather than your own mind. Here, you are encouraged. We are encouraged to think for ourselves, because we know just because you put it in a book don't mean it's true. It might have certain truths, but it does not mean it's true. It does not mean it does not have error and flaw. So we must be able to use our own thinking ability to process the information. Just like when you eat food, you eat an apple, your body digests that apple, it keeps what is nutrient, what is good for the body, and out the other end, you know what comes out. I don't care how good the food is, all food produces waste. There is no perfect food, something that you can consume, and there is no waste. But above all, you must think for yourself. So you get angry because somebody questioned you, make inquiry of you, and you're only as good as what you read. You only know what the person that you're copying, what they know. You have no other thinking process, because if you did, then if you listen and if you're thinking for yourself, chances are you would find this roster very, very, very interesting. We try to expose things that don't make any sense. And many of the things that you regurgitate, many of the things that you believe, it does not make any sense. But y'all gonna believe anyway. I remember I was in a church and I had this debate with the Sunday school, the people that was attending Sunday school. And I debate all of them by myself. I was by myself and debate the whole Sunday school. And when it's all said and done, they had to back down. And one of the elderly ladies said, well, what we supposed to believe in? You're supposed to believe in what is true. You're supposed to accept reality. You should not have to believe in anything. Your world is real. You don't have to believe in anything here. It is right here in your face. If it is not tangible in your face, if you cannot prove it exists, just like in a court of law, if I'm supposed to have receipts for something I bought, but I don't have it, as far as the court is concerned, it does not exist, even though it exists. So what you're talking about might exist, it might have validity, but you can't prove that it's here. We can't touch it, we can't hear it, we can't feel it. You talking about some feelings or whatever, it does not exist. Accept reality. You and I would be much better off in the long run. Now, a few videos ago on this subject about the transatlantic slave trade, was it a hoax? Is it fake? So I gave a scenario. I'm offering a simple example, an experiment that we can try. And the experiment itself, nobody had a problem with the experiment. Tie down yourself. You don't have to use actual chains, but maybe, see, some of y'all are just so hard-headed, you don't want to believe nothing. So find some actual chains, handcuffs, or whatever, something metal, some rusted metal, because back in the day, you know, they did not keep their equipment too well maintained, so it was not new. And even if it was new, you're still going to get the same results, because when you tie somebody down with steel and chains and put that around their wrists and their legs, then you let your children bounce you in the bed while you tie down, those handcuffs, those chains, that metal against your skin, just like in a boat, rocking and rolling, moving back and forth. It's according to how terrible that rocking motion is, that would tear you apart. There's no doubt about that. Shred your skin. And so let's try another experiment. Now remember, this goes on for months and months and months, at least 6 months, I believe. Took a half a year, 4 months to a year, to go from the continent of Africa to here, North America. And you mean to tell me all that rocking and rolling, and you strapped down with these chains, and this boat shaking and doing what it needs to do, the human being can handle that, your wrists and your legs, your body can handle being vibrating and moved around like that for 4 to 6 months. Let's do an experiment. Let's try it. You couldn't even do it on your bed for 4 or 6 months. And most of the time, you are shackled down. It's not like you are able to run around the boat. You are shackled. You are chained down. So here's another experiment. How many of you in the audience, how many of you are janitors? How many of you are housekeepers? How many of you clean bathrooms? Now y'all know, some of us, we very stanky in the bathroom. I started to make this video in the bathroom. I changed my mind. You guys, everybody should know how it is to be in a bathroom. Now, you know how it is to be in a bathroom in your house. Many of you don't like using public bathrooms. Why you don't like using public bathrooms? Because a lot of times public bathrooms are not well cared for. They are not well maintained. Urine is all over the toilet seat. People don't flush the toilet. It stinks real bad, and so forth. That's why you don't like the public bathrooms. Now, the transatlantic slave trade, y'all claim Not only are the slaves chained down, you chained down most of the time, but these people for going on 4 to 6 months. No, see, some things just don't make any sense. And I'm giving you the bathroom scenario because we are going to go into the bathroom. You're not even chained. Go into a bathroom, don't flush the toilet, and let the toilet overflow. You be standing in urine, feces going around you. Let me see you. How long will you stay in that bathroom? Some of us, when we go to the bathroom, we stink. Where's my I started to bring my air freshener. They did not have air freshener during them days, as you know. So let's do an experiment. You go in the bathroom and you stay locked up in the bathroom for hours and hours and hours, and just let the urine build up, let the feces build up. Some of our stank is so bad, we don't even like our own stinky stink. It's that terrible. I've been around little children. When they use the bath, they smell worse than a grown person. It's terrible. When you talk about urine and feces, you talking about something real terrible. And you telling me that these people laid around in that, constantly laid around in urine and feces for 4 to 6 months, and they were able to survive that. How many really would survive that? Now, ask somebody who's been on a cruise ship. You have to keep a cruise ship very, very clean. Urine and feces, in fact, rotten food, you're setting yourself up for diseases like listeria, make you awfully sick. Urine and feces, if you don't keep that stuff cleaned up, not only will the slaves be sick, not only will the slaves die, but the crew will get sick and die. This is going on for 4 to 6 months, and y'all telling me that you can stay. You go into your own bathroom at home. Let me see how long you can stay. I would say, who knows? I'm very sure that the slaves was not brought out on the deck and got fresh air on a consistent basis. They were made to lay down in this filth for very long periods of time. You can't do it in your own bathroom at home, let alone talking about a slave chained down on a deck for 4 to 6 months. Then you have to also realize that people die. Who knows when they're going to get the dead body out of the ship? So you have urine and feces, and you have decomposing human bodies. Oh, it's woo! Something here don't make sense. And this trip lasts 4 to 6 months. Really? Come on now. Come on now. The crew, as well as the slaves, would get sick and they would die. Something about this story does not make sense. And just like Judge Judy always say on her show, if it does not make sense, chances are it's not true. But we have been told this story, and we have black scholars and historians and all these other smart people that's backing everything up, but yet and still at the same time, we're not considering this condition, how horrendous this condition is on a boat, 4 to 6 months trip. Come on now, huh? See, that's why something fishy about all this. Woo. Woo. You know, when I start off this way, there's something that grinds my gears. This is a rant video, which of course many of you who have been watching this ministry, you know, when I start off this way, it's got to be a rant video. But welcome to the Reality's Temple on Earth. I am your soul brother number one, Angel Snup 7. This is going to be, and it should be, a very short video. I can't guarantee it, because as I get started, I just start talking, and woo, man, what grinds my gears? This really makes me so sick. It's very, y'all, you got to copy your massa. Everything the cracker do, everything this pink fella do, everything this devil, this beast do, but you hate him, you don't like him, but everything he do, how he thinks, how he does, y'all copy all his every step. Everything he does, how he act, you got to copy. He's a racist, and you want to be a racist too. Oh, man. See, let me tell you something. What grinds my gears? There's a bunch of you who always holler and shout, we built the pyramid. People with dark skin. Now, just because a person has dark skin does not mean they are related to you. I'm very sure many of you are not in my family. We might have dark skin. You can call yourself an African Americanist, a Negro, colored, or whatever you want to call yourself. But I am not in your family. Well, it's a possibility. I really doubt it. That's why we have family reunions. When was the last time you saw me at your family reunion? We have dark skin. We all was born in America. How come I'm not in your family? But yet and still, our ancestors are in Kemet, Ethiopia, all over Africa, all these places. See, something that grinds my gear, because it don't make sense. Just because you can even carry the same DNA. We might have the same DNA, but we're still not part of the same family. I was not invited to your family reunion, and you was not invited to mine. But yet and still, we are related to people in Kemet and all these other different. We are Africans. Whatever. There is no people called Africans. I hate that too. What people on the continent do you want to be? Are you a Zulu? Are you Nigerian? Are you Somalian? Ghanaian? What type of person, dark-skinned person, do you want to be? You cannot be an African. An African is a continent. Africa is a continent. This grinds my gears. Fact. This is a fact. When we talk about, well, we built the pyramids. No, you did not build a damn thing. Especially if you call yourself nigger. Many of you talk about, you call yourself a nigger, which that label came from the races. That label came from the races. Dark-skinned people did not make up that name, nigger. Okay, but you call yourself a nigger, and every other word out your mouth, nigger this, nigger that. I even heard Dr. Umar Johnson, a professional, not too long ago, he got angry, and nigger this and nigger everybody, you a nigger. This is a fact. Niggaz had nothing to do with building any pyramid. In fact, I really question if the Egyptians built the pyramids. Oh, he's going off base. We know the Egyptians. No, you don't know. Just because somebody lived in a house, don't mean they built it. Many of you rent it. There are many animals who take over the holes, the burrows, the hole in a tree of other animals. They did not make the hole in the tree. They did not dig the hole in the ground or wherever, or the cave, whatever. They did not find the. They lived in the shelter after another animal done it. So just because you had these Egyptians, the people of Kemet, just because they lived among the pyramids, it's not necessarily a fact they built the pyramid. Now, you can lie and you can claim you done it. So the whole thing is up in the air. There is no real evidence. You can't really prove and say that the Egyptians actually built the pyramids, because there should be some kind of plan, some type of evidence to show that these persons actually done it. And somebody else should be able to copy what they done. Just like all over the world, people copy each other's architecture. Somebody should be able to do something, but you don't see that. I wonder why. But anyway, we know for a fact niggers did not build the pyramids, because a nigger did not exist until the European racist pink Caucasian people made the nigger. The nigger is a product of slavery. So this is a fact. You act like the racists. You built the pyramids and the dark, and y'all done this and you done and you done that. Claiming everything. You act just like the crackers do. You want to claim, oh, I made the knife and the fork. I made the bowl and the spoon. You want to claim everything to show that your skin color is superior over others. Nobody else done nothing that benefits you. It's all about you, just like the crackers do. And you don't see that you don't see that there's a problem with that. You acting just like the racists. You're a racist wannabe. But I'm not shocked, because the Negro, the colored, the African Americaners, we were made by them. And we was programmed by them. So I'm not shocked. Now, this not only goes for y'all delusional racist wannabes. I'm talking about the crackers, these pink racists running around talking about the white man done this and the white man's technology, the white man's civilization. Y'all copy everything that they do. Now, the key word you always say is we, our. We built the pyramids. We means you have a contribution to that action. We did the laundry. How did we do the laundry when you were still at home? I'm at the laundromat. So how did we contribute to doing the laundry when you was not even at the laundromat? You talk about we built the pyramids. Where was you at? What's your contribution to building the pyramid? No, we ain't did a damn thing. There are hundreds and thousands of inventions made by dark-skinned people, African Americans. There are many Caucasian people who invent stuff. Now, so simply because I have dark skin, I invented the oil thing. You know, of course, the oil thing that automatically oils machinery, that was done by a black man. I can claim, since I have dark skin, I can claim everything that George Washington Carver invented. We did many things with the peanut. Well, if we did many things with the peanut, how come only George Washington Carver is getting the credit for it? When, if we built the pyramids, how come only the Egyptians or whoever is getting the credit, and how come you not getting any credit? Now, for these cracker races, they talk about, if it wasn't for the white man, you got the internet, you got the computer, and white man's inventions or whatever. Y'all niggas, y'all using the white man's Facebook. Now, they making claims to Facebook. The creator of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, whatever his name is, now, he might be a racist. Behind closed doors, he might say the same thing. Who knows? But simply because Mark Zuckerberg is a Caucasian, don't mean we created Facebook. You had nothing to do with it. Matter of fact, this is your reality race. I'm talking to the racist Negro wannabes, copy your slave master's mentality, your mindset, want to claim everything to make yourself look like you supreme. And I want to talk, and I'm saying this to the racist pink racists who are the only real racists right now. Everybody else is racist wannabes with this type of mentality. Let me give y'all a reality check real quick. You claiming everything. If you want to claim Facebook, you want to claim YouTube. Come, you created you built the pyramids, you built the Great Wall in China, whatever you want to claim. This is the reality for y'all nutcases. Because the majority of you, 99.9, you have not contributed nothing. Period. Whatsoever. You ain't built no pyramid. You haven't even built a pyramid with some blocks from your child's daycare. You ain't never done. You have not done nothing. You want to claim all this. You want to claim the pyramids. We built the pyramids. Well, build another one then. Listen, since if you help me with a hamburger, and I put the hamburger together, if I helped you put the hamburger together, surely I know how to put it together. I have an idea of how to put the hamburger together because we put the hamburger together. Since we built the pyramids, you should know how to build the pyramid. Oh, that's information lost. No, it's not lost. You never knew because you had no part of it. You did all this. You have all this knowledge and wisdom and understanding. The majority of you have a cell phone. You don't know how it works. You know how to play with it. You know how to talk on it. You play games and you download videos on it, but you don't know how all that really works. You have the internet. You don't know how the internet works. You drive a car every day. You don't know what causes the engine to start. You don't know what happens when you put gas in it, the combustion in your engine block. You don't know nothing about it. You watch TV. You don't understand the signals that come to your TV and how you get a TV signal, how the television works. You don't know how to do nothing. But you participated in all these things, and we built the pyramids, we built civilization, we did all like that, but you can't show, you can't do none of it. See, that's what grinds my gears. Everybody always wants to claim something they had nothing to do with. We also don't want to give people credit for the things that they do. Because we can't say, if I'm white, if I'm a Caucasian guy, I don't want to say that, oh, Muhammad Ali is the greatest. I want to point to some Caucasian guy. Or if I'm a soul person. I'm not into y'all black stuff. I don't want to accept some Caucasian person doing something spectacular simply because, oh, that's a white guy. He is. I'm pretty sure black folks did it better. It's sick. If it was up to you guys, all of us would still be living in a cave. Have fur all over our bodies, eating flesh raw, climbing up trees. That's the type of life. You making all these claims. Only a very small few did all this type of stuff. The average person on the street, out in the community, don't do nothing. The only thing you are is a benefactor for those who create. You have not done nothing. So I really, stop telling me that crap. to be ruled. They want to do what they want to do. But because you are superior, you rule your children. Many of us say that women can't raise a man, women can't lead. And the reason why women can't raise a man and a women can't lead nothing, they cannot be leaders of household, is because they are inferior to the male. The male is superior, not equal. And many women accept this as a fact, as a truth. So they sit back and allow the men to be their superiors. And the women submit to being in an inferior position in the relationship, in the household. The ones who hold college degrees, you are superior over the ones that have a high school diploma. I don't care how self-knowledge the person with the high school diploma becomes. You feel as though, and we feel in this society and around the earth, if you earn a college degree, that piece of paper warrants and shows that you should have a superior intellect over those who have a high school diploma or less. The corporation Walmart is superior over the mom and pop store. You may find the mom and pop store in various locations, but the mom and pop store does not have the distribution, does not have the economic power as a Walmart. Walmart is superior over the mom and pop store. If you get in a gunfight, and I have an AK-47 and you have a BB gun, there is a 99.9% chance that you are going to lose the gun battle, because the AK-47 is far superior over the BB gun. We're talking about supremacy versus inferiority. Breyer's ice cream. Many of you like Breyer's ice cream. I like Breyer's ice cream. But Breyer's ice cream is superior over that stuff that y'all buy for $1.99 with artificial colors and artificial flavors and fake milk or whatever it is. Breyer's ice cream is just a superior product over the other product. So no matter where we go, there is always going to be a superior and inferior keywords until I change that reality. There are those who bring certain information to my channel, inferior, and they think I don't know what they believe they're going to do. I shoot them down. I try to be nice. I try to be nice about it. But you are bringing an inferior knowledge, an inferior idea, an inferior thinking process to the world, to the most powerful voice on YouTube. And I am that. I claim that, and I can prove that. Every idea, every opinion that comes here is shot down if it does not fit into the category, or it does not pass the criteria of common sense, reason, being able to analyze, pass examination, and so forth. It's not real. So if it's not real, what I represent is superior over your inferior delusions, nonsense, illogical, fictional garbage. That's just it. A brother of mine, one of his favorite phrases is, "It is what it is." It is what it is. Fictional, delusional, fabricated, regurgitated knowledge can't do nothing with what I represent here. The college degree is superior over the high school diploma. Walmart is superior over the mom and pop store. The AK-47 is superior over the BB gun. Muhammad Ali could kick my butt, It is what it is. One is superior over the other. You eat chicken and fish because you are in a superior position, and the chicken and the fish and whatever that you eat is inferior. So they submit to your supremacy. However, but Lord knows, oh wow, see, it is what it is. I can accept the reality of things. But Lord knows, there is a group of us, it just hurts our little feelings. It hurts our little feelings, and we can't accept the reality. We can't accept the fact that pink people, white people, are superior over blacks. We believe the word white supremacy equates to black inferiority. And that is true. Key word, until I change reality. Until then, it is what it is, whether you like it or not. Whether I like it or not, Muhammad Ali can kick my butt. Whether I like it or not, the AK-47 is more powerful than the BB gun, and so forth. Whether you like it or not, until you change reality, it is what it is. The pink man, white supremacy, pink supremacy, however you want to call it, it has to have a label. You don't like the label, well, the situation exists. A name, you have to have a name for it. Whatever name you find, the reality is, it is what it is. The white man, the pink man, is your superior. But y'all want to feel good. You want to feel good, but you are unable to change the reality so that we can see something else, and we don't. Here are some facts, my friend, whether you like it or not. You call yourself black. So what do we say? We say, when we say white supremacy, it makes blacks inferior. Just the fact that you call yourself black, you did not give yourself that name. Where did it come from? Black. Where did you get that name African from? It came from the racist Caucasian people. But you say they are not superior to you, but yet and still you embrace their name. You embrace the story they tell you that you are an African. You believe everything your massa say, but yet and still your massa is not superior to you, but you embrace everything that he gave you. You have not changed the reality to prove that something else exists. The Caucasian pink racist people also approved African Americaners. I believe Jesse Jackson coined the phrase, but it was approved by Caucasian people. The Caucasian people said, that's cool, we'll use that. They don't use calling descendants of slaves born in America having dark skin. They have not approved to call all of us black Muslims or Hebrew Israelites or Comedics or Nubians. But they approve African American, and the majority of the country of African American people or Negroes or colored, all these names and labels came from the white man or the pink people, and you embrace it and you accept it, and you one of your favorite words that you use is nigger. And many of you use that, and that came from them. Dark-skinned people did not, nobody called themselves nigger. It came from Caucasian people, but yet and still, you're not inferior to them, but everything about you comes from them, and the reason why is because they are superior, and that which is superior can subjugate that which is inferior. Everything about you and me is European, but yet and still you're not inferior. White supremacy does not exist, and you're not inferior, but yet and still everything about you is a European. You look like some African. You look like somebody from the islands. You look like some dark-skinned people. But when it's all said and done, You are dark-skinned European. We are dark Europeans. And the racists called us black. They called us Negro. They called us colored. Because in reality, they made us. But yet and still, we're not the inferiors. You put on a dashiki. You go to a Nigerian clothing store and you put on Nigerian clothes, whatever. It's like putting chocolate over a nut. It's still a nut, it just got chocolate on it. You're not no African. You're European, and you put some African chocolate on top of yourself. And the reason why is because somebody made you that way. Somebody conditioned you that way. Somebody who was superior to you. And they will continue to be superior to you until you can change that reality of which you have not. Chances are you don't even know how. Everything about you, directly or indirectly, you can't even survive without them. Everything you get, we want to build our own neighborhoods and a black business. Everything that you get, directly or indirectly, is due to the superior person, the Caucasian people. Everything that about you, you are on YouTube, your business, the money you spend, everything about you is because of another man, the man that you believe is not your superior. But you can't survive without him. Everything about you that you get is due to him. If this Caucasian man call you to go to war, he says, I want you and your children to go to war, or y'all can go to jail. But if you was his superior or equal or whatever you want to call it, you would tell this sucker, look, man, my son and my daughter ain't going to fight in your damn war, and we ain't going to jail either. But you send your daughters, voluntary and involuntarily, your children, you send them to fight the war because you know that this man is superior to you. And he is superior to you until you change that reality. Now, when you change that reality, I have nothing to argue. I have nothing to debate. I can accept the reality that you have brought into existence. But until then, all that feel-good stuff, the white man ain't superior to me or whatever, it is what it is. Until you change that reality, that's what's on the plate. Jot down your comments. Try to refute if you can, but you can't.